individuals grow into their full potential. Our speaker is a leadership and growth mindset enthusiast, a certified Maxwell leadership facilitator, a copywriter, conference speaker, and publisher. Wow. With his experience through Consult, he has consistently invested in developing leaders and empowering people to think differently about growth, influence, and opportunity. Help me welcome Mr. Samuel. You can unmute and acknowledge your presence. Thank
All
you.
right. Hi, everyone. Samuel here.
Hello.
I enjoy to connect with you all. I'm dumbfounded by the introduction. I'm suspecting where you had them from. Nonetheless, thank you. I enjoy to connect with AJ Wells as well. Gift, you are doing a great job.
Thank you.
Kudos to Sarkodie for putting this together.
Yeah.
Uh, Kudos to you all. And I believe tonight will be a refreshing moment.
Yes.
Most importantly, after the convo, we'll be able to take actionable steps. And I believe that the moment spent here will be worthwhile. And I'm sure is yet to
Okay.
come. So, once again, thank you. And I look forward to having a great session with all of
You're
you.
welcome.
Pleasure.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much for being here. At the right time, I'll acknowledge the convener. But as I said, this program is being put together by the Builders Summit Africa under the auspices of the Facebook concept. So at the right time, we would bring the convener on board and he would share a little with us. But for now, we want to get right into the conversation. I want to begin with something simple. Let's break down our theme for discussion today. So I would call on both speakers to help us in one sentence. Let us know what comes to mind when they hear the words visibility versus value. What's your first thought when you hear visibility versus value? I'll start with sorry AJ once again. If I hope mentioning your name that way it's acceptable.
Oh, feel free, feel free.
Okay. So, AJ, please help us. When you hear visibility versus value, what comes to mind?
All right, thank you very much. Once again, greetings to everyone, and
Yeah.
nice to meet you, Mr. Samuel. All right, so when you hear visibility and value, one, it means that visibility or visibility alone, the word itself is self-explanatory. It means how you are seen, or
Okay.
the how you are seen. Yeah, let's just say how you are seen or how you are perceived. So
Okay.
when it comes to social media, we're talking about how well you are noticed on social media,
Okay.
reach your connections and
Okay.
everything. Those are what makes you visible. So I can easily
Okay.
tell that okay, as you introduced Mr. Samuel, I know he's a thought leadership expert. So that is visibility. It makes me know who he is. You
Okay.
understand? But
Yes.
when we talk about value, it differentiates you from what visibility is. Now, value is all right. You are Mr. So so and so. I see you all
Okay.
every time online. I see your post every day. What
Okay.
value do you possess?
Okay.
Being visible is totally different from being valuable.
Okay.
Someone might not be visible that much, but when you interact with them and go in for their services, you realize the value that they have.
Hmm.
So, in a nutshell, visibility makes people notice you, people
Okay.
know you. Value makes people pay you. So, that
Wow.
premium price you're looking for, that gig you're looking for, that lead you're looking for will only come when value is noticed.
Okay.
When there's no value, there's no premium, there's no pay. You are just visible with making noise, empty noise. Sorry to use
Hmm.
that word, but
Hmm.
you are visible with empty noise. But you must be visible with value. That gives you
Okay.
the powerhouse that you need.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Mr. Samuel, kindly let us know your thoughts on visibility versus value.
All right, so I want to also start with value, and I think AJ has done a good job on that. But I want to just go on this dimension that value is your worth, or to say your self worth. All right, and it just boils down to your competence and all things that have been able to, you know, help you to get to where you are. And when it comes to visibility, just in summary, has to do with what people know you for. So,
Hmm.
for instance, when you hear, let's say, Bill Gates, something comes to your mind, right? When you
Yes.
hear maybe someone like Aligo Dangote, something comes to
Okay.
your mind,
Okay.
right? So, this is about visibility. So, even among your friends here, there are certain class of people, you mention their name, something rings a bell in your mind. Now, the
Yeah.
question now will be, how about you? So, if I should mention Gifty's name, what comes to people's mind? If among the core right now, no one knows about Gifty, then means that to a large extent, then the visibility of Gifty, maybe in our circle, no one knows it at all,
Mm-hmm.
right? But then
Mm-hmm.
encountering Gifty now, I could see some kind of potential in certain kinds of things she's doing, and I'm able to see value, all right?
Okay.
So to just help us to start with this conversation, I would say that the value is your worth, and what people think about you is the visibility, what
Okay.
people know you for.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, from both speakers, visibility helps people to know who you are, and then it's how you are perceived. Then value is about worth. What exactly are you bringing to board? Thank you so much for that breakdown for us. We are so grateful. I want he took from Mr. Samuel took from the perspective of when someone is mentioned, what comes to people's mind when you mention my name? Would people see me as I am? There's also that the other part where when you mention a certain part, a certain field of endeavor, which person comes to mind? So if we talk about public speaking, who comes to mind? If we talk about dance, who comes to mind? If we talk about music, who comes to mind? It means that person is not just valuable in his field, but he's valuable in his community. He's valuable in his community. So as we go about our various activities, let's keep in mind that we have to make sure these two are a core part of who we are. Thank you so much. The next question, I'd want to throw it back to AJ, because this lines with what you do. So you help businesses become more visible. It's your field. Do you think that many talented people are invisible because they are not skilled enough? Or is it because they simply do not know how to position themselves? What is your take on this?
All right, thank you very much, Gifty. Um, I think the latter part of your question answered it.
Okay. Okay.
Well, the thing is, we have so many talented people with so much value. Okay, um, but the thing is, you can also have the value, the best value, or every value that everyone is looking for. But if I cannot find you, how do I then access that value that you have? You understand? So you might have the value, but the positioning is very key. All right. As you were saying, when I mention a name, what comes to mind?
Hmm.
Whatever comes to mind when a name is mentioned is what you are, or is the perception that people have about you. So for me, I call narrative.
Hmm.
And to be able to change that perception or to sell a certain perception about you, you need to be visible. For example, I'll use myself. yourself an example. Thank you very much.
You're
So
welcome.
you realize that it's because one, the person was visible, but at the same time, the person was well positioned. Then thirdly, the person had value to offer.
Hmm.
So it's not just about being visible. You
Hmm.
need to position yourself in that same visibility. You need to also position yourself as someone that your name is mentioned, it shouldn't take people 2 seconds or 3 seconds to recall
Yeah.
who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Instantly able, that person does this and this and that. And positioning equals value. If you're not well positioned, you cannot get the value that you need. So people are talented, yes, but majority need to
Okay.
be, you need to sell yourself. It's just like marketing, all right? If you
Okay.
don't if you don't market your products, nobody knows your product. And the only
Okay.
way you can market your
Okay.
product is to make it visible. And
Okay.
once I use the product and it's valuable, I come back for it, isn't it? So that
Yeah.
is just the same concept that we should
Okay.
use. Yeah.
Okay. Let me cut in shortly. So does that mean that if you are excellent, opportunities cannot just find you naturally from your experience?
Okay. How would they find you? Who
Okay.
knows it?
Okay.
If nobody knows about it, nobody's a magic person to know that this person has these qualities. You
Mm.
might be excellent, but the question is, if I don't know you, how would I know to access that service that you have? I wouldn't know. So being
Okay.
excellent, being value, having all the traits of a good uh, brand or anything, and
Mm-hmm.
not being noticed or not being seen is a different thing.
Mm.
So if you are not, if you have the, for example, I'm looking for, let's say I'm looking for a certain product, right?
Okay.
Then you have that product in abundance.
Mm.
But one, when I Google, I cannot find you. When I ask around, nobody knows it.
Mm.
Nobody's able to refer me to you.
Yeah.
What happens? You lose it, right?
Yes.
But if I search, I ask, and I found something about you, it is easy to call you and say, my dear, I'm looking for this product. I heard you have some. Can I get it?
That's true.
Which means that there's visibility somewhere, there's position somewhere, and there's value
Yeah.
somewhere. So you
Mm.
cannot be talented and expect the manna to fall from heaven right away. You need you need to really really know you and notice what you have.
Oh. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. I'd want to move quickly to Mr. Samuel. For you, you have spent years developing leaders. So would you say that leadership has to do more about competence or perception? How do you break the two?
Wow, thank you very much. Insightful question there. Well, John Marx always says that leadership is influence,
Mm.
nothing more, nothing else.
Well,
And we have to really understand that, you see, insight is the greatest asset in the journey of life.
mm.
Each and every one of us here is a leader. You don't need maybe some kind of a portfolio before you start leading. All right.
Okay.
If you get an opportunity to travel outside, you could see a lot of leadership gap, even in our community. You
Mm.
understand? So when it comes to competence, I'll just try to add a little with what AJ was saying. Many a time, there's something I want us to really be mindful of with regards to, let's say, with visibility and all that. Many of us don't know what we really want. Okay,
Mm.
we are all over the place, and it's very important for you to be identified with something peculiar. So when it comes to your competence, the first question is that uh, how prepared are you? Many a times we just want to be all over the place, but we are shallow. We don't develop ourselves. We don't read books. We don't enroll in certain courses. We don't attend webinars and all that. And so we are just on the flow. I feel maybe, for example, maybe I feel like I'm going to a particular kind of space. So I'm always I'm on social media posting myself and have expectation. A time will come, people not take you serious. You understand?
Mm,
So
mm,
it's very important. People may have perception, but then at the end of the day, your competence will override all those things. You
mm,
understand? So it's very important to really hold on to your competence. In this vast world right now, where we're in a VUCA world right now, a
mm.
lot of things are happening. How vexed are you with knowledge, with this overload of information? And
Okay.
with competence, it must be narrowed down to your field of endeavor. Nonetheless,
Okay.
we are not saying spread yourself everywhere, but you must be well informed. Okay,
Okay.
and so definitely all of us on this call are from various disciplines and all that, but we are looking to carve a niche for ourselves. So, what kind
Mm,
of niche do we want to carve for ourselves? Come in, right?
okay.
Building ourselves in that space. And I believe when we are intentional about it, like John Maxwell say, do it now, do it now, do it now. I'm sure the fruits of it will bear. And then definitely people will be celebrating the good things you are bringing on.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. But then there are also people who are incredibly gifted and they
Mhm.
still remain unnoticed. We are balancing the visibility and the value.
All
So is
right.
this about
So,
perception, their mindset, or both? Does one amplify the other? How does it come to play?
yes, the little to add with my experience is that many are not patient. Okay,
Okay.
time speaks volumes. Time is very necessary, and
Mm.
so sometimes you are building yourself up. Let's say this is my first time meeting AJ, right? But
Yeah.
meanwhile, maybe he has been building his brand for many years,
Okay.
and now just being on a call with him, I see how maybe resourceful he is. If there are some
Mm.
opportunities, definitely I'm going to follow AJ
Yeah.
simply because preparation has been met over the period, all right? So
Mm.
I think time is of essence. Many of us are too quick to be all over the place. If you are not careful, you'll be disappointed because you will just be all over the place. You're not making relevant impact. Do you understand?
Yes.
I chanced upon a lady called Malala Yousafzai. She was a Nobel Prize laureate 2017, 18 or so.
Okay.
I've not met her, but even till now, I still read much more of her articles
Okay.
simply because of her influence and the things she's doing. So my encouragement is that it's our time and preparation. Many of us are not ready to be visible because we cannot even handle interviews. We cannot handle certain exposures. You understand?
Mm.
And sometimes we've not built our capacity enough for even certain roles. Do you understand? So it's important that in we have to really maximize the time we have to develop ourselves well. So doing, when preparation meets opportunity, what happens? It's a kairos moment, and
Yeah.
that when definitely. Let's give ourselves an example. I know you know Dr. Like, right? Who knew
Yeah.
Dr. Like will get to this point? But for whatever reason, right now it's all over the place. You understand?
Mm.
So it takes a while. That is something I want us to really, it doesn't happen overnight. It happens over
Okay.
time. And
Okay.
really, yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
so,
Thank you for putting that in. Thank you
yeah,
so much. I want to go back to AJ.
okay.
So we the concept of visibility has been around for a while now. And I'm sure a lot of people are jumping on that train that they want to be visible. But then again, the world is increasingly getting compromised. Is there a way to remain visible and yet to stay on your authenticity? How do we do that?
All right, thank you. So after doing this job for a lot, there's this information that is there, right?
Okay.
We have 4.7 billion people who are active on social media,
Wow.
and millions of businesses are screaming for just 3 seconds of customer attention to make sure that been more visible, the digital age,
Hmm.
but yet
Okay.
businesses have never been more fragile.
Wow.
Brands are more visible everywhere, everybody's there. But at the same time, they are very fragile.
Hmm.
As you said, how do we remain authentic?
Hmm.
Now, we have confused attention with authority.
Hmm.
Likes and impressions for uh how do we call it? Likes and impressions for good favor, trends, and everything. And we have mistaken reach for revenue.
Hmm.
So one might think that okay, because I have 1K views, I have 10,000 likes and everything, I should be able to get money or something, or I should have authority. You let me tell you, you can have 1 trillion followers, and if you are not you, you remain there.
Hmm.
Which means that everyone that is following you in that particular time are not following you because of the value you have. Maybe they're following you for something else, which you might not know of.
Hmm.
So to remain authentic, you need to be true to yourself. If you are calling yourself a public speaker, you are saying you are a marketing consultant, remain steadfast in that word marketing consult in your field,
Hmm.
and always deliver what you say. All right. Be consistent, because when you're consistent, you build authority. All right. And you
Okay.
build authenticity.
Okay.
But immediately you start following trends because you've seen another marketing consultant trending,
Mm-hmm.
or you've seen your peers trending, getting numbers, growing their followers, and you think, what am I doing? I only have uh 200 followers. I also need to change my and start adapting to what they are doing.
Yeah.
Immediately you do that, authenticity is lost,
Mm.
because one, you don't. It's like you don't even believe in what you're doing
Mm.
yourself. For example, I had an account, a LinkedIn account that was almost 5,000 followers. I lost it overnight,
Wow.
just like that. So my LinkedIn profile now is a new profile, which is just a month old.
Mm.
You understand? So imagine you say you have following, you have account, you have impressions over 1 billion. You can wake up one morning and it is gone.
Yeah.
And when it's gone, that is going to test whether you were truly of value or not. When
Mm.
you bounce back, are people going to see you and come back to you?
Okay.
Are people going to notice you are gone? So to remain authentic, it's not just about waking up and posting anything. My dear, we need to be. I've seen so many people posting because someone is posting something.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some people post things that are not even related to what they are doing just because they want to get numbers.
Mm.
At this stage, after building my account to 5K plus and losing it, honestly speaking, now even if I have to, I don't really care. What I care about is putting out what I do best,
Mm.
letting people know this is who I am,
Okay.
and I don't change or compromise it for
Mhm.
anything.
Okay.
Within my circles, within my business, if you ask anybody about AJ Wills, who is AJ Wills, the first thing everybody will tell you that he is a brand consultant.
Mm.
Nothing else comes to their mind. Why? Because over the years, I had to be consistently consistent
Mm.
in preaching and sending the message of what and who I am,
Yeah.
so that I can build one authority,
Mm.
two, I can be credible,
Mm.
and three, I have authenticity.
Oh
When
wow.
I have credibility, I have authenticity, and I have authority, automatically I have loyalty, I have trust.
Mm.
Then people now believe in what I say and what I do, and
Yes.
would want to now work with me or have me on their board or have me do something for them. So
Yeah.
let's not mistaken being available online every day, every single day equals to being authoritative or
Mm.
being of value.
Yes.
Value is built over years.
Okay.
It is built over a period of time. It is built by people engaging with you on a series of what you do. So the more you post, the more you communicate, the more you have messages, you get people to know what you do.
Mm. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. And I'm sorry you had to lose your account. I'm just hoping it is an opportunity to re-establish yourself and you'll do
Oh yeah,
well.
it's an opportunity. Yeah, it's an opportunity for
Yes.
me to now
Yes.
reposition and
Yes.
recalibrate myself again. So
Yes.
now what I'm doing is I'm going all out with what I am, what I
Mm,
do, and what
mm.
I'm have the value I have to offer.
Okay.
That is it.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving back to Mr. Samuel, AJ has touched on authenticity. He brought in the word credibility. He brought in the fact that there has to be authority in fields. So I want you to buttress that point for us. Do you have been someone that has been in the space of leadership? You have helped build lives. Let me put it that way. Do you think the visibility, when it becomes too much, does it get dangerous if the person who is being visible does not build character alongside the influence that they are making? Because I know the John Maxwell brand has a lot to talk about character in leadership. So help us touch on that. Is it very dangerous for someone who becomes visible without character attached to their influence?
All right, great question. Thank you, AJ. Before I answer that question, the first question I want to ask is, what do you really want out of life? So, if this thing is really in sync with you, when promotion comes, opportunities manage it.
Mm,
In one of the models of John Maxwell, we share on attitude and aspects of your life.
mm,
Uh, it's very prudent for you to really know that, listen, this is the pathway I'm going. And at the end of the day, as I mentioned, that leadership is influence. So imagine that, let's say you are all over the place, young people are observing you, you are mentioning millions of people unknown to you. And
yeah.
now just imagine that you are now living a wayward lifestyle. I believe many of us here, let's say, for instance, if we are all people of faith, at the end of the day, people begin to doubt what is happening and people begin to withdraw and even go back to some lifestyle. So, as a leader, it's important for you to be mindful that we should, when premature exposure is suicidal, you must ask
Mm,
yourself, premature exposure is suicidal. So,
mm,
this is why in leadership, we are really big on mentorship. All right. Who mentors you is very important and peculiar. If you're a person, you have no mentor, you have no one in authority to even correct you, then your leadership is questionable because every leader is following another leader. And so this is why you must be accountable. So, with regards to let's say visibility destroying someone, that means that there's a fall of accountability, all right?
mm,
Because you don't answer to anyone, and at the end of the day, then you become a rebel, and
mm,
you are just trying to multiply your effect with other rebels as well. So I want us to really look at the sense of accountability. There must be someone you're accountable to. It could be a mentor, even your father, whatsoever. Nonetheless, people who are they understand where you are going, and they're able to handle your capacity, definitely.
mm, mm,
In a John Maxwell, we are really big on ever growing. We tell everyone to, in a Maxwell leadership, we tell people to kill their destination disease. Yes, the world is celebrating you, but what next? What next? What next? There's something to do. There are a lot of people to impact. You understand? There's something more else. So we really encourage leaders not to be big on momentary satisfaction of achievement, because we always encourage people to leave impact that echoes even in eternity. All right,
mm,
we are doing now, does it echo in eternity? Because several years after you are dead, then the legacy you are leaving behind, are you going to leave a good legacy or a bad legacy? That's something for us to really think about. And we shouldn't see ourselves inferior, that we are just living our lives anyway, anyhow. No, we
mm.
are building something, and few years to come, we'll look back and say, truly, the things we've built are really multiplying greatly. So, just to encourage everyone here that yes, there's a possibility to deviate along the line when it comes to exposure, particularly premature, when you are not grounded with wisdom and attitude. All right. But
Mm,
it's very important for you to bounce back and be position yourself well. And I'm sure definitely we've seen it all over the place where we have people, success enters their mind and they're all
Yeah.
over the place misbehaving. But that is not for us to really toe that line. But as leaders, believe you me, visibility here. There are some people out there. It's called Francine Rivers. You may want to
Okay.
check her out. Anytime I'm reading her book, I'm just shouting and screaming. She's such a good
Yes.
writer, and people may not even know her. It's just
I
maybe are
read
so big on reading some of.
fiction, so I know her.
Exactly. When I'm reading her books, I'm just like the voice of the wind, and I'm like, come on, that's a dude. And these are people who have built the brand over the years. Look at people like Oprah Winfrey. It goes on and on. So this
Yeah.
is something we must all learn. We shouldn't just let success enter our heads. We should kill our destination
Oh,
disease.
thank you. Thank you for that. That was very powerful. The line I took from your entire statement is premature
Yeah.
exposure is suicidal. Premature exposure is suicidal. Dear audience, I hope we are writing things down because there's a lot being dished out here. I want to come to my audience before we continue. What have you heard so far? This is a conversation, so we want to hear you too. I see some reactions and I'm loving the energy here. What have you heard so far? Heard of someone who has gone famous and because of their values, something bad happened? What's the story? The reaction turned. So that's very nice. We don't I'll ask you to unmute. So I want to hear your thoughts. Just raise your hand if you have something to share with us in line with our conversation this evening. Yes. I can't see any hands from a thumbs up. Is that you raising your hand, Miss Jennifer? Would you want
Yes,
to speak, Miss
please.
Jennifer?
Yes,
Okay,
please. I would like
please
to
proceed.
speak.
Yeah, please
Okay.
proceed.
So far, I'm really loving the conversation,
Mm,
and I would like to talk about the fact that people are visible all over, but then they do not have value.
yeah.
That's something that's kind of it's all over right now, and I
Mm,
can I can mention one. This has to be a family member of mine.
okay.
He's very good at instruments,
Okay.
and but then he's not he doesn't have the value. He has the
Mm,
visibility, all right. So that
mm,
means the visibility I'm saying here means he can be and people can come and recommend him that, oh yeah, ask for this guy. He really knows how to play organ and all that.
mm,
He can play drums. He can do
mm,
this. But then
mm,
the value here is he's not getting the value because he's just known, but he's not getting paid for what he's doing. He's kind of doing he just only known for but not paid for it.
wow.
So and so when Mr. Sami or AJ, one of them talked about the fact that people are having the visibility but then they are not paid for. um he's not even on the internet. Nobody knows him.
Mm,
And so if I mention his name is Ernest Fosu. When you go online and just type Ernest Fosu,
you may know.
probably you might see a picture of him, but
Mm,
he himself is not putting in a lot of work to be
into, yeah.
valued for. Yeah,
Mm,
he's not getting any premium. He's not getting any payment. So I'm
mm.
really loving the conversation so far.
Some to be here. She said, when you are consistent, you build authenticity. Do anything that touched you. Oh, I wish I don't want to believe leaders. This is a room of some that this the ability to be vocal about your say what we have in mind. Is there anyone who wants to give us some feedback on what they've heard so far before we proceed? Oh, AJ is laughing. Okay, Nancy has raised her hand. Nancy, please unmute and speak.
Back to God. When you are far gone, you can now rest and your work will be working for you.
Will speak for you.
Definitely. So, yes, there's fatigue some, but the only thing to kill that thing is you must love, you must be passionate about what you do. That's the only way that can help you be consistent. And patience is, the Bible says patience is what? Virtue, right? If you don't have patience, you cannot grow anything. You cannot develop anything. It takes time. Even you as a human being, you were not born as matured as you are.
Yes.
You started from an egg before you developed to a child and you were born. And you grew to this stage, which means that growth is what? Is a steady process. It's
Yes.
not an automatic process. So you must be patient, consistent, love when you will exhaust.
All right,
Mr. Samuel, yeah, you can add to that.
All right. I thank you, Nancy, for the great question. Things to also add to it. I believe in what do you call it about the patience, but there are times the things we do we get bored. There could be many factors. Okay, varied of factors, and these are some of the things I will encourage you to look at. Sometimes we work without even having evaluations. There are times we don't even have retreats.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know, for some organizations, there are times quarterly want to have some evaluations.
Yeah.
These are the things we want to do for the year. All right. So maybe if you're not getting results, then we're like, hey, what is happening? Then we need to change the strategy whatsoever. When it comes to getting bored at what you're doing, believe you me, each and every one of us sometimes feel bored because of our human nature and our tendencies. But believe you me, the right environment is something you must always look out for. The right environment will really encourage you to really go the extra mile. So sometimes it could be that maybe you're in an environment, maybe everyone is not murmuring or getting down because results are not coming, or maybe it looks like they're not seeing a future out of it. Do you understand? And before you realize you are doing it, and sometimes more of the retreats will really help you to realign. And
Mm.
most importantly, because I don't know the fate of everyone, as a way of bringing certain people our way to, take us to the next level. Before I
Mm-hmm.
joined the John Maxwell team, it was just a way out. I was just one speaking engagement somewhere in magazine or so, and then someone worked out to me that he likes how I'm speaking and he wants to mentor me. Long story made short, yeah, I'm with the Maxwell leadership. So
Mm.
it just boils down to the patience thing. Something you're
Yes.
trying to, you see, starting something new is costly. You may
Mm.
be bringing a new initiative and all that. And if you're a pioneer of something new, believe you me, it's going to cost. By the end of the day, in few times, you see that, what do you call it? It will work well. I remember I've been trying to reach out to MasterCard Foundation for years, sending letters to them, proposal, whatsoever. You go to their office and send a letter, they say, I've said it anyway. And I was at a program at the British Council, and lo and behold, I met the country director.
Wow.
Yes, and I was like, oh, mommy, I've been trying your office. Okay, don't worry. Here am I, And then she gave me a number to whoever to contact to, long story, but then it's still
Mm.
patient. And the lesson I learned from it is that, something, just build up, keep building.
Yeah.
Very soon, your results will be speaking, and they'll be even running after you.
Yeah.
So, the getting bored there, yes, there are times you may even get stuck, feeling stuck. You feel stuck
Mm.
because of some kind of maybe mindset you may have put, because you want some kind of, you want to meet some expectations and all that, but then our yardsticks are different. How you measure your results are different.
Mm.
Uh,
Thank you so much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Nancy says I should come again with a MasterCard. Yeah, so with the MasterCard, because of what we do in our organization, we wanted them to partner with us because we realized that they are passionate with Generation Ghana and Blossom Academy. So I've sent proposals, gone to their office. Then I met with the country director at British Council, and then we had conversations and all that.
Mm.
We sent emails, but still no feedback yet. But that has not stopped us from building our brand and all that. Still, we're
Mm.
still reaching out.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think Nancy has some follow up or any
Yeah.
question.
Uh, okay. Before she comes back, yeah, when you mentioned the meeting the country coordinator, it
Yeah.
just dawned on me that whenever we talk about visibility, most of the time we focus on the virtual visibility.
Yeah.
But that's not all there is. What about in person? Do people know you for what you do? Do
Exactly.
my friends know me that Gifty is a public speaker? Do my parents know that about me? Such that if somebody my dad is working somewhere and somebody just mentions that they want an MC for a program, can my dad categorically say that my daughter can do this? Visibility is not just online. Go for those conferences, go for those workshops, and when you get there, please make sure that you talk. When they ask for questions, ask critical questions. When they ask for submissions, contributions, be vocal. Visibility is not only online. Let's put the effort into our in-person visibilities too. Nancy, you can come again. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. I'm really learning from the answers that our two speakers have given out there. Now, I have a follow-up question for the first speaker,
Okay.
which is about making not getting bored because you would love what you do, and for
Mm.
instance, you have passion for it. Now, how do you define that this is my passion? Okay,
Mm.
I'm mentioning that because I realize that when we talk about passion, 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 until you do, you will know that you like it. Do you
Mm.
see? Until you take action, you wouldn't know. You might think that you enjoy something. Oh, I love public speaking. I love this. I love that. But
Mm.
how will
Mm.
you know that you love it when you've not taken action? Let me take
Okay.
my software engineering as an instance. Okay,
Okay.
as a person, before transitioning into being a software engineer, I thought it wasn't something for me. So I was dragging myself. I wasn't even wanting to go into the program. Generation Ghana and Mastercard trained me for to be a software engineer. Okay,
Okay.
and before going into it, I thought, let me go into something like public speaking because I like express. I like talking a lot. So I was thinking that should be my passion. It shouldn't be something
Mm,
that I should even go into technicalities and all that.
I get it.
But out of 1,000 people, where 40 people who were selected, and I got to be part of it. So I was like, okay, this is like giving me a motivation to continue.
Okay.
So yeah, I am being a software engineer. That's it. So just yeah, just to add to what Seth said. So yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you for that. Thank you so much. Yes, you really need to. These things are very dicey. It's not just about the doing. So you need to sit yourself down and analyze, reflect, ask the important questions, and make sure you answer. I'll tell you for a fact. It's something that you will thank yourself for later. When I finished um tertiary and I was really confused on what I was doing, one of the critical things I did was to sit down and ask questions. I even drafted some questions that I sent to people that I knew me, so that I also know their perspectives. And then when I brought together all the other people were saying, my parents, my friends, and then I also looked at what I had also written down about the questions I was asking myself. I realized a lot of them were tallying, and that was how I was able to identify the thing I was supposed to be doing. And I started finding a way of merging what I was trained for in school and what I'm actually passionate about. So yes, let's self-reflection. You can never go wrong with it. Please make sure you sit yourself down and ask the questions. AJ, you want to say something?
No, 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 no. I'm following. I'm following.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. And then before I conclude on Nancy's question, I just want to add that the fact about feeling bored, I learned something recently and I made a video on it. So there are times where we do things and then we feel bored, not because we don't love it, but because the thing is not challenging enough to spare us on. So I talked about there being something called a growth sweet spot. So it shouldn't be too easy for you to do that. When you start doing it, you feel bored. Neither should it be too hard that you can't actually go through with it and you'll be failing over and over again and get overwhelmed. You should find a merge in between the thing being something you can actually do and it's being a little bit challenging so that you'll be motivated to follow through with doing it. Is that clear? Are we full? Is that okay? Okay. Nancy, is your question answered now?
Yes, exactly.
All
Exactly.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I saw Judith asking a question. Let me take that, then we dive right into the conversation and round up. So she said that what if you love what you do, but you want to do more? And by more, I mean different fields. Okay, so what if you love what you do and you want to do more? Is it something that we can give an answer to, or would want Judith to be more clear? I would like it to be more
Um,
clear, but if you have something, you can proceed, AJ.
what was the ending part? To do
She
more in
said,
other fields?
what if you want to do more? What if you love what you do, but you also want to do more?
No, okay, more. Okay, I think
As in
we need to
divert into
know.
other fields?
All right, do more in other fields,
Mm-hmm.
not in your own field.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Hello, Judith, if you can hear us, would you want to clarify?
Okay. Good
Okay.
evening, everyone. That I love what I do.
Mm.
I love what I do, but then I feel there is
Oh,
more
okay.
to me than what I'm doing currently. Yes, I feel I can do
Mm.
more. I can do. So even though I love what I do, I want to go into
Oh,
other things. And so,
okay.
how then do you transition or merge the two and forward along the way? Because I've realized that since sometimes my attention span or my interest in certain things it
Mm.
goes up.
Mm. Okay. 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 I get
all right.
where you are coming from. Okay,
Um,
AJ, please. Yeah.
Judith. Now, okay. So now the question is, first of all, you need to ask yourself question before anyone else asks you questions.
Mm.
What do you want to be known for?
Mm.
Are you jack of all trade, master of none?
Mm.
Or do you want to be specific, to be known for something? But before you, it's not a bad thing to venture into any other things.
Yeah.
All right. For example, I'm known as a brand consultant because I talk about brands, but I have other things I do. Now, those things I do not supersede my brand positioning.
Okay.
They do not supersede what I am known for. They do
Mm.
not even take center stage.
Hmm.
Why? Because immediately you do that, people become confused about who you are
Mm.
and what you are bringing on board. Now they begin to ask yourself, Huawei, is it about branding, or is a marketer, or is a salesman, or what is he? Then immediately you start putting doubt into people's mind, you
Mm.
lose their attention. And once you lose their attention, it will be difficult to regain it back. So yes, you love what you do, continue doing what you do. If you want to test other fields, you are at liberty to test other fields. But the question is, what does Judith want to be known for?
Mm.
These are questions. What do you want to be known for? What's the perception you want people to have about you? When something is mentioned, is it your name that pops out first? You need to first of all build that about yourself,
Mm.
so that even if you're not talking much about who you are, because you know that so well that it has grown over years, people still notice who you are. Then
Mm.
you can now build your other aspect that you're building into it. Those are called subsidiaries or
Mm.
auxiliary, something that is you are doing in addition, but it is
Mm.
not your main focus.
Compliments. Yep.
Yes, they are just complementing what you do. So to blend them up, I have a rule I tell people. I have the 80-20-20 rule.
Mm.
Pareto principle.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. So you have to choose who comes
Mm.
in for other things that you do. The other one is for your personal stuff. When
Mm.
you blend it, people get to enough of your 80%. Bring that 20%, they see you posting as a casual post you are posting or
Mm.
something
Mm.
casual you're talking about.
Mm.
But if you don't and you automatically start posting things that are not related to you more than what is related to you, it shifts the attention of people and
Mm.
you don't want people to be confused about who you are.
That's true.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. So, Judith, you can check out the 80-20 principle. It's a book. There's a book on that. You can check it out and then maybe to be of help to you. Thank you for that, AJ. As much as possible, we need to have our core message, and then whatever other things you want to do should be complementing, not taking the voice away from what exactly we are core being known for our core message. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Samuel, yeah, you can
Yeah,
speak.
just to add to that, just what AJ was saying to you, said there's something we are being taught about first things first, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we are all over the place, but we are not identified with something unique. So
Mm.
there's something I want you to learn. Is it Judith? That is, there's a difference between activity and accomplishment, all right?
Mm.
So sometimes, many of the times, most of the things we are doing are activities. We cannot really pinpoint any outcome at the end of it, all right?
Mm.
Because today is 8:34. If I ask you what have you achieved for today, what can you really pinpoint? It means that if you're not able to tell me what you've really done for today, then it means the day is literally wasted. All right.
Mm.
But if you're able to tell me that I've been able to accomplish something, this and that, then at least the day is well fulfilled because we believe that every day must be a masterpiece, right?
Mm.
What you do, and as you are going, you are becoming better. Definitely, a lot of things will come to your mind. But hey, first things first. And when you read the Pareto principle, I'm sure it will really align with you so that you not get distracted.
Mm.
You see, distractions are not bad in themselves, okay? But I
Yeah.
see them as side attractions that are seeking your attention to prevent you from reaching your destination. And so it's something you must really look at. Other than that, you'll be all over the place and you may not get much fulfillment. Yeah,
Okay.
these are few things to add.
Okay, thank you, thank you. I hope Judith has answered. Yeah, she's clapping, so I see that as a positive sign. Thank you so much. I want to ask quickly: do we earn visibility or we intentionally create it? So AJ can speak to that. Do we earn it or we have to be intentional in creating visibility?
All right, thank you very much. Everything that we do is intentional.
Mm.
There's nothing like it happens automatically. No, you need to be intentional with whatever you do. Even if those who are not even visible are intentionally not visible.
Wow.
Yeah, everything is intent. Everything stems down from intent. What we think about, what we want, is what we do. I speak to people who tell me that me this social media things I don't like. Oh, I don't like, which means the person is intent about not being on social media.
Mm.
So everything we do has an intention about it. You need to be intentional. Even if you are failing, you are intentional about failing.
Okay.
But so visibility is intentional.
Oh,
You want to be seen. So you need to be intentional. You need to put in the hard work. You
okay.
need to work towards it so that people would see you. So visibility is good, whether you like it or not.
Mm.
You need to be visible, but you
Mm.
need to be visible with value.
Alright. Thank you. Thank you. I want someone to add to that because there are some of us who, well, I'm not really part of that bracket fully. I'm coming out of that. We don't really like putting ourselves out there because we feel like, hey, what I'm constantly posting about, I do this or I do that. People will think I'm showing off. So how can we become visible without feeling we are showing off? I want you to answer it, Samuel, because you also balance the character and faith part. So in the Bible is, yeah, we are not supposed to be proud now. So how do
Yeah.
how do I become intentional about putting myself out there and still not be showing off?
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, intentionality is key, and the reason why sometimes we stumble with thoughts whether should be all over the place, post or not, is sometimes superstition. Hey, who dear me, people think that hey, some witches, some will be, monitoring me and all that, and so at the end of the day, so I'm even worried about your Christian faith if you are really skeptical about some of these things. Yes, they may exist, but I believe that the level of faith will help you to demystify some things. But
Hmm.
nonetheless, you must be intentional about something. Why are you posting? There's a reason why you are posting. For what people will say, you've not even started yet. A lot of people are going to say a lot of things. What you want to do? Hey, why every day you're, you know. But sometimes you must give yourself a tough skin, right? Sometimes you can post something
Hmm.
nice and something profound, and you get even one like, even no comment, no share. If you see, if your mind is that you are just there for the numbers and so whatever
Hmm.
attention, believe you me, um, you see, you don't know where it will lead you to. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just someone people can read your things and you have no idea of the person watching. Later, someone can just send you a message. Hey, I've seen your post. Can you this one help me out? Do you understand? And sometimes to let's also not be selfish. All right, when it comes to build visibility, share someone's post also very important. How do you encourage your friend? Your friend is doing a post. Let's say gifted is emceeing a function or something. What prevents me from also showcasing what Gifty does? It also opens some doors for us without knowing. Do you understand? Let me share an example. There was this lady let's say I admire, a woman I admire. She's also writing. She's out of the country, so she came to Ghana and she was launching her book. I was there to help her and all that. I don't know what I know, Dr. Honorable Joyce Bauer, President Mohammed's special aid.
Yeah.
This someone I've been trying over the period to reach out to her, kind of mentorship and all that. Hey, still not possible. Guess what? Little did I know that she has a relationship with the person I came to support during her book launch. And
Hmm.
once we have conversations, and the rest we can't discuss much here. So it's very, very important when it comes to this thing. Sometimes you just drop off the superstition and just have a kind heart, all right? And But as people of faith too, we must also be intentional what we communicate out there. Because people are going through a lot of things, you can't just be having your food and all that kind of thing, just write rubbish to it. People will be like, really? Be intentional and all that. And I believe that it will be worthwhile. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. So I'll just summarize what he said. You should know why you are showing up. Then it wouldn't be you showing off, because your strong why will keep you grounded. Even when you feel like saying something and you go back to why am I doing this? You get to realize, nah, this is what I'm doing. This particular post here is not important. It's just literally me showing off. Then you put that down and support others on their journey. And then the intentionality bit, every single thing you put out there, let it be intentional, let it truly reflect why you are showing up. I think you would be able to be fine with that. Yes. Okay, we want to take it last few rounds before we round up. By 9 we should be out of here. Does social media accurately Oh, hi, is the hand raised? Hello.
I'm not sure. Maybe an interruption.
Okay, sorry about that then. So, as I'm asking if social media is accurately reflecting people's value, because now that AI is there, someone can just go and then just pick something of AI and come and post. It's not really what they are telling us that they really think about. And then sometimes when you just open LinkedIn, my God, when you open LinkedIn and you you don't know what you are about, you'll be so discouraged, because like everybody is sharing their wins and you are. How do we do this? Please, AJ, you have to speak to this. For someone who has been able to build up to 5K, even though you have lost it, please, how are others, is it true that people are really reflecting their values? Then how would you also make sure that you are actually reflecting value and not just saying anything anyhow when you come online, just in the name of being visible?
All right, thank you very much. You've said something that has been on many people's minds for a very long time. Right now, yes, AI is helping people to post content and everything, and content AI content is flooded everywhere. That is true. That is a fact. I'll not take myself out. I use AI a lot.
Mm-hmm,
Right
mm-hmm,
now, there's a difference. Now, AI cannot just get up and post content.
mm-hmm,
It is what you feed it,
mm,
and it will give you the response. So garbage in, garbage out. So whatever AI is important. You are in your field, so you should have first-hand information about your field, right? So when I'm asking AI a question about branding in a certain aspect of branding, and I tell AI this is what I'm looking for. This is the kind of information I'm looking for. Because I know the field very well and I know the questions to ask, the prompt to use, AI feeds me that information. First and foremost, read it again.
mm,
Read that information and make sure it speaks to what you are looking for, to what you fed AI. If you don't, AI can sometimes we call something hallucination. It can hallucinate.
mm,
It doesn't know, but it can create an information for you to believe it knows.
mm,
So it's called AI hallucination. It is hallucinating. And you need to be very careful. If you don't know your field and you just post, oh, I'm a marketer, so anything marketing that AI drops, you just copy and paste. You will go and you meet people who challenge what you
mm.
post. And now that is where your true value will show
Yes.
if you truly are valuable. Let's say you've been consistent posting content and people like it, are engaging it, you are happy because maybe you're using AI, right?
Mm,
Then I come to you, then I say, oh, Gifty, I saw this post about you, I like it. I would
mm,
like us to have a meeting and a discussion about my business or anything.
mm-hmm.
Then we jump on a call. Then we have a conversation. Then I start beginning to ask myself, what is this person talking about?
My God.
You understand? Then what have you done to yourself? You have destroyed your
Your image.
credibility.
Yeah.
You know, so if you don't know info, but yes, we can and I present it as my own. You get it? So we all use
Yeah.
it. But if we become too dependent, and listen, it's not everybody that posts their wins that are posting true things.
Yes.
That is why you need to toe your if in tree, you fear them, you lane. Immediately you are distracted by people posting, oh, I had this 5,000K job. Oh, I have this gig. Oh, yesterday I had that. My darling, and my people here, you will have BP, you have depression. You would follow what they are doing and you would just have unnecessary peer pressure, social media pressure to do same.
Okay.
Why don't you just toe your lane, post what you post, even if it's one comment? Now, what we forget is that someone might not like your post. But have you noticed that when you go to the impressions, people have seen it?
Yes.
So what does it tell you? It tells you that people are what? Watching what you are doing. It only takes time for them to not notice that, okay, this person is consistent. So let me reach out to the person. And that is where now you need to prove that you are worthy. Now, before I even go for it, we have what we call, I have two things I call the loud ghost and the hidden gem. Now, the loud ghost means that, and I have what we call the hidden gem. High value, low visibility. They are brilliant, they are good, they have everything it takes, but there's no visibility. So the question is, where do you fall?
Where do you fall? Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Wow, a lot has been packaged and delivered to us tonight. I don't know about you, but I'm taking so much home. Before we round up, I will just want to know if there's any other questions that anyone wants addressed, any other additions. You can use the chat session if you don't want to be vocal. That's fine. Anything you want to say?
They need to be vocal. We are talking about visibility.
Right.
Yeah, so just to add to what AJ said with regards
Okay.
to, let's say, with the social media platforms,
Okay.
I believe each and every one of us may want to have an authority elsewhere.
Mm.
Maybe LinkedIn may not necessarily be for you.
Okay.
Maybe it could be Facebook, it could be Twitter, it could be maybe TikTok or whatsoever. I believe that you should grow that place, like grow your niche in that area very well. It's going to really help you. Which is what that everyone's phone is different. To others, it could be a picture, others, it could just be lots of others, something short, going to get attention. So know which one works for you. But ideally, don't get discouraged. That is the important thing, because if you get discouraged, then I'm not sure you really understood what you were doing, and then if there's no initial drive, then you get confused because you just be following trends, but you really, really be intentional about it. But in this day and age, there's one thing that is very needful for us to learn, and that is problem solving. Very important. In as much as our purpose and all is good, people really are going through a lot of things. I'm going to solve my situation. I'm going to solve my problem, what I'm going through, and all that. And I believe that in so doing, you see naturally it will just be aligning to
Okay.
because sometimes your passion. Sorry, you want to really do this. Your passion. Sometimes you may not have the platform to do so.
Okay.
But if you're able to solve the needs of people, believe you me, to open doors for that. And because listen, if you could see what is happening now, a few years ago, Parliament was not having any attention on social media. Who really cares about what happens in parliament? But today, parliamentarians are trying to, be giving bars and all that. Things are changing now. So it's something for us to really get along with that. Right now in Ghana, like there's something that is happening which is not encouraged. That is conformity. A lot of people are doing something because everyone is at it. But nonetheless, are we solving problems? We have a lot of people going to do law, going to the bar, but now there are a lot of criminal cases happening. What is happening? Is that a paradox? So let us be distinguished in our field of endeavor. And believe you me, we'll see that we're making great impacts and we'll change the narrative. So these are things to add, and I believe it's going to help. Let me give a typical example. When I was with Duncan William Ministry, when we were handling social media, listen, there are times I'll go on Joel Osteen Ministry, check how they do their things, and believe you me, they'll write a lot of things and they'll get lots of like people read. But when you try it in Ghana here, believe you me, they'll not even read at all.
My God.
Yes, people want some kind of messages because it becomes it's like a seasonal something. When they're not getting the messages they need, they'll not be listening to you and all that. So in as much as our passion, those are needful, let's begin to be people who are solving problems. And believe me, if you're solving lots of problems, you will see that the visibility will come. Yes, and I'm sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, I want to round up. I don't know if anyone has a question. I want to round up. Okay, no hands, no question in the chat section. Okay, so my last question to both speakers. Imagine you are speaking to someone who is feeling that they have been overlooked, even though they are working hard. The visibility is just not coming. What one message would you leave them with in 1 minute? What will you tell somebody who is working hard but is not being seen? They are being overlooked. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Mr. Okay. AJ. Yeah, you can talk.
Okay, 1 minute.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. All right, so what I'll say is to everyone who feels that way, do not waste the next 12 months building a loud brand with a weak foundation. Visibility gets you in the room, but the value you create keeps you at the table. Value makes you trend. Visibility makes you trend. Value makes you timeless. Visibility generates clicks. Value generates cash flow. So just take it easy. Take your time. Go back to the drawing board. Just refocus what you do and just align what you do with what you are known for. And trust me, at the right time, everything will just click. When you least expect it, you will get what you deserve.
Wow. Thank you. You are right on time. My timer was just about to bell. Thank you so much for being true to your words. So, Mr. Samuel, in the space of 1 minute, what would you tell someone who is working hard, but they are not really seeing their results? They are often being overlooked. Yes.
Yeah. So first of all, prioritize your growth. Be a little more patient. Have mentors and trust God. These are a few things.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for
growth.
saving us time.
A little more patient. Have mentors, trust God.
Wow, I'm writing that down. I hope everybody is prioritize your growth, have patience, then mentors. Thank you. It's been a very rich conversation. I don't know what to say. I've really received a lot. I've written a lot down. I've kept a lot in mind. God bless you for showing up. Thank you so much for being part of this session. You have given us a lot and we are really, really, really grateful. Oh, I'm just, I don't know what to say. And I'm seeing the reactions and I'm just excited. I'm just so happy. Thank you so much. You may have your own busy schedules. Definitely, you do have your busy schedules. But in all this, you picked up the call, you accepted to come, and you also delivered. God bless you. I pray that you would receive more in order to give more to others. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. This has been rich. And we are about rounding up. We are about rounding up. Before I finally close everything, the chance to say a few words. The one on whose lap this vision sits. I don't know. I'm appreciating him because he said yes to the call and then went ahead to bring this vision to life. God helping him. So, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Mr. Emmanuel Sarkodie, the convener of the Builders Summit Africa, to give us a few words as we close. Mr. Emmanuel, please, over to you.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you for this
Mhm.
opportunity, and I would like to appreciate everyone for being here. I'll just take a moment to share a bit of context about the Builders Summit Africa and then the in between series, which is going on right now. So, the whole Builders Summit Africa came from a place of reflection. Actually, last year, towards the ending, I applied to organize this TEDx event at Techiman, which the license was given to me. And during the preparation stage, that was when the whole Builders Summit Africa idea came, and it was from a place of reflection. So it's more like you see, I was putting in the work. I and my team were putting in the work. I see people really doing some form of work and learning and trying to build something. But then it gets to a point where I'll refer to as the in between season. That's where you feel like what you are working towards is not coming together, or you are not seeing the results of the work you are putting together. And that's also how the in between series came in play when it comes to the Builders Summit Africa. And I realized that when we bring about this in between series as part of the Builders Summit Africa, um, which is mainly focusing on bringing together people who are doing something irrespective of their fields, we can have meaningful and honest conversations. And this is not going to be how to become this, how to do this, but then it's going to be a conversation between the speakers and then the audience. And for me personally, this topic, the visibility versus value, is something I appreciate a lot, because sometimes you are doing the work but you are not getting seen, or you sometimes you see other people doing work, like Jennifer shared about his cousin or his uncle. I don't really remember if it's his cousin or his uncle. He's really doing the work. Um Maybe the people who are supposed to see him haven't seen him yet, because with what she is saying, he's not really getting paid for it or any value out of it. Or maybe he's not skilled enough to get recognized by the people who are supposed to see him. And you see all these things around, and it's quite heartbreaking. Let me put it that way. It's quite heartbreaking. And then also you see people having the name, but then you approach them to offer a service, but then you realize it's just an empty person. So this conversation is really about finding the balance between positioning yourself and also um, giving, also being impactful. Yeah. So I'm really glad that we are having these conversations tonight. And also, I look forward to the forward sessions where I hope we all get to join and learn more. Thank you very much for joining, and also see you at the Builders Summit Africa itself. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you
Samuel.
so. Have a wonderful evening too.
Yeah, so I want to also use the opportunity to thank Emmanuel. It is true, Emmanuel, that I also had my license to organize my TEDx Taifa, which will be happening soon. Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for
You're welcome.
being a great friend and a brother.
I really
And
appreciate.
yeah,
I really
thank you
appreciate.
so much.
I'm
Yeah.
glad. I'm glad. So everyone, please, value matters, competence matters, your character matters even above all that. Thank you so much for reacting in the chats. Thank you for making this conversation engaging. I really loved every part of it. Your stickers and emojis were making everything more beautiful. To AJ and to Samuel, God bless you for sharing your experiences and being so open with us. This is only episode 2 of the Builders Summit Africa's In Between series, and our conversation will definitely not end here. So till the next time we come your way again with another conversation, please keep building what you're building. Keep growing. Don't just create value, but be intentional about positioning that value so that it can make a difference and you can be seen. I am the Gifty Kofi. It was nice and wonderful being your moderator for the night. Good night, everyone, and enjoy your evening.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.